Alright, welcome back to Yasuke the African Samurai. The dev told me what I was missing here. Is this the same area? Yeah, it is. Okay, apparently you have to, like, defeat this guy over and over again. And this counts as, like, different soldiers? That is not clear at all. If you're gonna do something like this, I think you should make it 5 separate NPCs that attack you. Just because it really, like, if you... Done like this, it looks like I'm just defeating the same guy 5 times, but that's clearly not what's going on here. I gotta heal you. Okay, let's spend a turn healing. I'll kill the first 2 guys and then have you heal, but I think you just need the healing right now. Oh my god, they want to beat him up badly. That only costs like 5. The odds are against us. Wow, okay, you just had to fight him several times. Sayonara. Goodbye, my brother in arms and heart. What is... Wait. Is it just spamming the fire sound effect over and over again? Wait. Oh god, the game is lagging. Don't do this. What? It's just playing the fire sound effect like a million times. Wait a minute. What do you mean I can't use that? I have 25 TP. Huh. Is that a bug? I don't know why that would do that, though. Oh god. Why can I not use that skill? Oh, now I can use it. That was strange. Was I missing something there? There we go. It's more on fire. Every time I come back here. Oh no. Um... Oh. That was meant to happen. He does not make a sound.
Nobunaga made a lot of enemies during his mission to unify Japan. His long list of campaigns against clans, Buddhist monasteries, and defiant people within his ranks led to a numerous list of enemies. Nevertheless, he was respected by many, even his enemies. The theories for being put in the position where he had to commit seppuku are numerous. The Honnoji incident is a significant historical event known to most Japanese people. However, no definitive conclusion has ever been reached. Regarding Akechi Mitsuhide's motives, the truth most likely will remain forever unknown. The main theory during the Edo period among the people for personal motivation was that the Honnoji incident was a result of Mitsuhide's resentment of various unreasonable punishments he received at the hands of Nobunaga. For example, he was dismissed as a receptionist for Tokugawa Ieyasu. Nobunaga violated his honor and dignity on numerous occasions. Mitsuhide's fiefdom in the Sannin region was unilaterally confiscated, and on a personal level, he felt that his mother, who was a hostage, was killed because of Nobunaga. Personal matters are often cast aside for samurai, and in the context of the upheaval, there must have been more clandestine machinations. There are endless theories, as many theories as enemies that Nobunaga procured. He was a man during the most chaotic time in Japanese history. He fought valiantly and did not care for snobbery, slavery, or even the caste system. He had a vision amid the chaos and was prepared to go to the limit. He was prepared to be hated. A true samurai, in a sense.
God, it is loud. Also, I heard the, at the very end, I heard the phone again. Yeah, I think we'll flee. You will meet a special fate. Jesus Christ, that is loud! What? Oh my god!
Akechi Mitsuhide refused Yasuke the honorable death of seppuku. He declared that a gaijin, or foreigner, had no right to be a samurai. Furthermore, there is no right to an honorable death as a foreigner. He stripped Yasuke of his swords and armor and cast him out to the elements. No one knows for certain whether the Jesuits collected him, he was executed, or he fled. In the aftermath of the Honnoji incident, one of Nobunaga's sons was also put in a compromising situation. Just like his father, he was given no other choice but to commit seppuku. The numbers of the Oda clan were dwindling, and the clan was weakening. Hideyoshi was on a campaign on behalf of Nobunaga to see the unification of Japan come to fruition. He, immediately upon hearing the news of Nobunaga's death, made peace with the Mori clan, keeping his master's death a secret.
He intercepted a letter sent by the treacherous Mitsuhide containing a backstabbing plot. Mitsuhide intended to garner the hatred of the Mori clan to wipe out anyone else in positions of influence in the alliance of the Grand Unifiers. Hideyoshi, a man of humble origin and ferocious battle talent, marched relentlessly towards Kyoto. With Hideyoshi were 30,000 loyal samurai, ready to pay Mitsuhide what he was due. In Osaka, Hideyoshi met with one of Oda Nobunaga's sons. Together they marched to bring justice to the sniveling worm. Meanwhile, Mitsuhide was trying to tell everyone he was the shogun and ransacking Nobunaga's properties close to Kyoto. The Battle of Mount Tenno. Tenno-zan no Tatakai, sometimes known as the Battle of Yamazaki. On the 2nd of July, the fighting commenced. The majority of Mitsuhide's men fled, in part knowing what they had contributed to, and in the face of the sheer numbers and more talented division of the army they would have to battle. 200 men remained, and were massacred. Mitsuhide fled further than anyone else, finally settling for the night in a distant village called Ogurusu. Ogurusu was a place rife with bandits.
Okay, what is this sound? Where do I go now? Oh yeah, also, there's something I kind of want to talk about, real quick. A lot of those little illustrations that go on during the voiceovers, they looked a little strange to me. So I talked to a couple friends about it, and I've kind of come to the conclusion. I have a suspicion that they're AI generated, which I know AI generated images are kind of a controversial subject for a lot of people. Personally, I'm not really a fan of generative AI, so it's kind of weird to see them here. Especially during that last one, I noticed one of the images a guy had 3 arms, and like, that's not something you would draw if you commissioned a guy to do this, you know? And that's not to say there aren't ethical ways to use AI in this sort of way. Like, for example, I think like this sort of like AI is okay when you use it for the sake of like recreation, such as memes, or like, you know, to help take inspiration, or to use them as placeholders. I know a couple art friends that actually use it to help make their mood boards, which is kind of an interesting approach to it. I will say that for the purposes of something like this, like a free edutainment game, this does come off more as an ethical use of it to me. Although, under the impression that, like, I do kind of wish when this developer does become a lot more popular, it makes more money off of these sort of things. I really wish, like, you could commission like some actual artists to like create assets for those voiceover scenes. Because I'm gonna tell you, like, even if the artist isn't that great, like custom art. Something about AI art just feels a little soulless, honestly, and having just a person draw something a little nicer, or a little more custom, it'll make your game stand out a lot more. Now, what did we get? Oh, you're an enemy. What is the difference between Darkness Blade and Darkness Blade Strike? These battle sprites look human-made to me. So I know you aren't or I know you're like willing to purchase like pre-made assets for the purposes of something like this. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess you were weak to that. Don't know if I should fight you more. Maybe I gotta fight you more. Let me just check something real quick. The dev gave me some tips for this final area. Okay, the dev did not tell me what to do here. I am not a samurai. Oh, I guess I just have to beat him then talk to him. I will not permit you an honorable death. Sayonara. Conclude. Nobunaga's family was left in disarray. There was what is known as the Kyosu Conference. At this conference, the elites discussed the fate of the Nobunaga clan. Hideyoshi had a great say in the negotiations. Hideyoshi favored their heir to the Nobunaga clan to be Nobunaga's grandson, who was only 3 years old. This paved the way for Hideyoshi to become the samurai who unified Japan 6 years later in 1588. Later, Tokugawa Ieyasu would take the reins following Hideyoshi's death in 1598. In order to do this, he participated in the bloodiest battle of the Sengoku era, known as the Battle of Sekigahara. Following a short-lived expansionist campaign by Hideyoshi's samurai that aimed to conquer Korea, the reputation of Hideyoshi and his aims were questioned. Hideyoshi's son participated in the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600. Like Nobunaga, Hideyoshi had never officially become a shogun. Hideyoshi's dealings at the Kyosu Conference, wherein he meddled in family affairs to select the grandson of Nobunaga to be their heir, left resentment. Ieyasu allied with Nobunaga's surviving sons. Although Ieyasu and Hideyoshi never had direct battles, after Hideyoshi's death, Ieyasu was ready to take the sphere of influence from the son of Hideyoshi. After the Battle of was named shogun in 1603 by Emperor Go-Yozei, a position that had been vacant for 27 long years since the fall of the Ashikaga shogunate. Although it is debatable, the Sengoku era is known to have lasted from the Omnin War in 1467 to the rise of Ieyasu. Ieyasu became the shogun and ushered in centuries of peace and stability. JB, okay, I think I might have criticized some of your games before for having scrolling text. I'm not a fan of scrolling text. It's stressful to read if you're a slow reader like me. Yasuke's fate and degree of involvement in these historical events are widely debated, and many historians have built their theories on speculation. The historical record runs cold. The Honoji incident is widely known but shrouded in mystery. The historians of the time chose not to record the finer details. So too, the Jesuits chose not to record the finer details. That's a weird way to word that. What is known in the Yasuke, what is known is that Yasuke sent shockwaves across the world of slavery. He was a man of notoriety and inspirational to many. For generations to come, he was remembered by some, perhaps many. His honor, his power, his intelligence, his freedom, and his samurai status. Yasuke was the first samurai born on another land. He is and should always be remembered as a great hero. Let his legacy live on. Thank you for playing. Sincerely, JBO. And I guess that's it. Oh, yep, okay, here's the more proper credits. See, Yonfly, Akshix. I don't really know the names of, like, AI tools, so if they are in the credits, I'm probably not gonna be able to pick them out. That was short, actually. What else is here? What is Studio? Oh, God. Oh, that leads to your website. Games Home, JBO, Studios, JRPGs, and more. I didn't know you had a website. Oh, this Prince Arthur. Wait, that's on Steam now? Oh my goodness. Congrats, dude. This Ogre's Field Chronicles, another game I played by them. Yeah, that was Yasuke the African Samurai. This was a fun experience. No comments yet. But yeah, this is straight up like available just to play on the devs itch.io page. I don't really play a game via the website or a website like this very often. I'm honestly surprised I don't see it more though, like little short games made specifically with RPG Maker, because I think starting MV they did have tools that allowed you to make your games playable in browser, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I kind of want to check or try one last thing before I end this. Oh, do I gotta go through the intro again? I want to like see if I can get another Chinese zodiac item and if it does anything. Yeah, let's look through these with more of a critical eye this time. Some friends told me that like a good way to pick out AI art is to look at the hands and also the backgrounds, because those are two things AI art kind of has a hard time with. Yeah, like some of those buildings are unnaturally short. Those clouds are kind of in a different art style. I think I've noticed about AI art is that it tends to focus a lot more on shapes than physicality, which makes it, like, really bad at drawing people. AI art is such an interesting topic to me. Like, I mentioned before at the end of the day, like, I feel like I'm more negative towards it, but at the end of the day, it is a tool, and, you know, tools can be used both in good and bad ways. I do feel like there are ethical ways to use it, but, like, there are more bad ways to use it than good. I feel like where I cross the line is when someone, like, starts to think to themselves, I can use this to not have to hire people, or I can use this to, like, cut costs, you know? That's kind of where I kind of have an issue with AI work. This is going to be real embarrassing if none of these are actually made of AI, but I don't know.
There was an African samurai named Yasuke. Yasuke arrived in Japan in 1579 as a slave. He was a slave to an Italian...
Like, okay, look at that hand. Did you see that? That was like a hand embedded in another hand. That man had like 3 hands. That's like, okay, I get hands are hard to draw, but like, you don't do it 3 times. That's kind of a mistake only an AI generator would make.
What was his personality like? What did he do in Japan outside of his loyal friendship? The historical record, for some spurious reason.
There are like some tools online where you can just mess around with it a little bit. Some friends showed me a couple of them. Something I think is kind of fun to do actually is to try and recreate my own OC using AI. If you're really specific about it, they can get kind of close, and it's kind of scary, honestly. Okay, oh, do these do anything different as well? I am a light now. I don't really know if that does anything different. I get Light Blade instead. I guess it just, like, changes your starting skill. Okay, Year of the Rat. Nezumi Rat. I don't think that does much different. Huh. Okay, these might all just be the same aside from their name then. I just wanted to test that out because it was pretty early in the game. But yeah, that was Yasuke. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I typically really like your stuff, JBO. And yeah, keep in touch. I will see you folks later. Thanks for watching.